Alright, back in the lab today, and after spending a bit of time with things this week, I've realised that I probably have to rewire quite a lot of this so that it's a lot easier to nest and different outcrops cross-reference them essentially and flip between them, as I've discovered with some cool work that we've done this week. Firstly, had one more outcrop to add to the Azores. This Fogo Ignimbrite outcrop that was collected via drone in the same locations as these two outcrops, Ignimbrite 1 and 2, which I collected last year. So we'll try and load up the Fogo Ignimbrite. Notice that we can scale this outcrop with a slider bar, which is kind of nice, because when it eventually loads up, it's going to be huge, way bigger than this room. Here it is. See the big bush in front of me. That's how the mesh turned out. You can see there's some cool Ignimbrite layers all the way up there. It goes all the way around. Around here is the road and parking lot used. I sat down on that bank about 8 months ago. But let's scale it so we can see the whole thing. Here it is. That's much more manageable. And you can see all these different Ignimbrite layers, these ash falls that have solidified. And you can see how they've been cross-cut and different layers are cut through them. See these ones right here. Different channel formations like this one down here. You notice I've got two spheres. I was hoping to be able to use these spheres to nest into those two outcrops that I took last year, but it wasn't really working very well, unfortunately. So I have one outcrop over there and one outcrop over here. So to get to those right now, I have to actually go back. Go in here. So this is the one on the right hand side that has a beautiful sort of channel feature. Eventually it comes up. Yep, here it is. Here's that channel feature. Well, it could be a channel feature. I'm not exactly certain what it is, but you got suddenly a thickening in this particular part of the bed compared to up here, which is a lot thinner. This is all in ashfall layers. This is sort of almost like fluid flow and fluid dynamics going on and solidified in place. It's really kind of cool. A little sort of, you see differential erosion around these different chunks down here. And you see that all throughout the Azores actually, that sort of erosional feature. And then yeah, so that was down there. You can see I nested back to this outcrop really well, but not nested to it, so work on that. I've got another outcrop over there, but it's pretty much more of the same. I appear to have lost a bit of the room, which is why it's drifting about. Anyway, so that's that really cool outcrop on the Azores. I've taken around the rest of them recently. I can close that. But one last thing that I haven't done, or haven't shown on here before, is I have the moon. And see on here that I've got a bunch of different spheres. These are all the landing sites. And eventually we're going to include all the different landing site locations and their DEMs and geology. But so far, if I go in close, this one should be, if it'll load. Yeah, this is Apollo 17. It's probably the most interesting site because there's actually topography there. This has not been virtually. Now it crashed on me. Oh well, but you get the idea. Hey Cortana, stop recording.